Hello, fake sinners, and welcome to this week's meeting of the Sad Kids Record Society. I'm your host, Lilli, and I'm listening to everything.
And I'm your other host, Adam, and I have also been listening to everything.
But we'll tell you about that later. For now, let's drop the needle.
This is amazing. You are literally like my musical soulmate.
This is a bop.
What in the world? It's not April.
No.
What's happening? Oh my God. Welcome to what is now officially the first episode of Sad Kids Record Society. Hello. How are you? Welcome in.
Long time no see.
Long time no see. I don't know. I think we were just getting antsy.
Yeah. A little bit.
Our schedule, like we're very likely not going to publish another episode after this one. No promises, but we just want to do like a little like in-betweener between the Christmas episode and this. So this is officially episode 1 of Sad Kids Record Society. We're just going to talk generally about things we've been listening to and stuff that's been going on. Again, I'm Lilli. That's Adam. You know us. You maybe love us. I don't know if that's true necessarily. But
we'll just tell ourselves that you do.
Yeah. But yeah, it just felt like it's like, we haven't recorded in a long time. And it just felt like nice to do. And then the last thing was me like updating the podcast feed and all that other stuff. So it was just, you know what? I think it's time I think we wanted to just do a thing. So our primary focus is going to be talking about 2025, the year that was.
Yeah.
But I think we deserve to yap a little bit. I think we deserve a little yap session.
Agreed. I mean, we have one other podcast each, but I mean, this is always something special.
Yeah. Shit. The last episode of the other podcast that I record was fucking 4.5 hours long.
Oh God damn.
That was crazy.
Woof.
Big woof. Big woof. It was really good as an episode, let me be clear, but holy shit, long podcast. So we're going to try and stop to not do that going forward. And this one will likely never be that long.
No, we'll have fucked up if we do that. Like we did that on Gamers Addies, and I think that clocked in at like 3.5 hours, and it was still like, Jesus, holy shit.
It's a lot of stuff. I think the first thing, and I think subconsciously the reason why I did want to do this, because I didn't want to wait to April to give this update, I need to talk about Whamageddon. Because you know what happened.
Yep.
The world doesn't know what happened yet.
Yep.
So I want to start with you. Did you lose Whamageddon this past
I did
2025 holiday season?
I did.
Do you remember when you lost Whamageddon?
I'm pretty sure we were just like in fucking Walmart, like had just basically walked into Walmart. And it does not help that like I could get that at any moment because my kids also love that song and can just like at any moment during the month of December just start singing it out of fucking nowhere. And it's like, all right.
Yeah. Well, singing it's fine if you hear the actual recording by Wham. Like that's the thing is like the rule, just the recording by Wham. So like a cover, like a weird, remix or something like that doesn't count. It's just the actual recording of Last Christmas by Wham. Mine was a bit of a heartbreaker. So I managed to go through the entire month of December. And of course, the rules are with Whamageddon is you have to go from December 1st And if you make it to Christmas Day, wake up your beautiful, bright little eyes, all ready for Christmas morning on Christmas Day, then you're safe. You've won. Congratulations. You did it. And I went all through December, reckless abandon, which is how I've been doing it. Like, I go into stores, I go to places, I'm just in it. You know what I mean? I go to Christmas. Like, we went to like 3 different like Christmas things, like Christmas lights, paths, and things like that, playing music. Not even a peep. December 24th. 2025 Christmas Eve. The entire day, nothing. And then we go to Chelsea's grandmother's house for their annual large family Christmas. So that's where all the aunts and uncles and cousins and everybody get together. And they do like a little like, you know, Secret Santa gift exchange thing, and it's a tradition and all this other stuff. Very pleasant. And I'll tell you what, and I want to preface this by saying I was not having problems with being there or like with the people, because I'm going to say the word disassociate in a second, and that usually is tied to bad things. Sometimes I just do that because I am who I am.
Yeah.
But I was literally like, you know, having a grand old time. We've been there for about an hour, and I was just in the like kitchen area, and I was by myself, and just like, hey, I just had like a drink, you know, just a simple beverage, a beverageino, as you will, and I was just kind of like standing there and like disassociating, just looking off into the distance, just chilling, just vibing, living my life, and then I snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. As the Alexa, sorry to activate your things if you have one. If
you're a psycho and listening without headphones on,
right, Annie. There's like a song playing, and like as it's playing, like my brain is slowly registering what it is, and it is Last Christmas by Wham. And I like the way that it happened. If you're watching the video, because this will be an episode, the way that it happened was I was just standing there with my drink, and then I remember just being like, and like my jaw dropping, and then I was just like this, and then I walk forlorn into the living room, and Chelsea's sitting on the couch, and I just stare at her. She goes, just mouths, "Are you okay?" And I go, "I lost." She's extremely confused. And then I had to explain to her what was going on. Yeah.
I had to scroll back through the fucking months of Instagram messages. Instagram, you need a search function on your messages. Yeah. I was incorrect. It was not a Walmart. It was even worse than the atmosphere that is Walmart. It was a fucking Bubba's 33.
Oh, it was a Bubba's 33. I forgot about the Bubba's 33. Hold on.
I had forgotten
about the Bubba's 33. Sorry, we have a soundboard on here for my other podcasts, and sometimes I just gotta use the use the buttons.
Use them when they apply.
Yeah, so that's how my Whamageddon went.
And like, you weren't even in the state. Like, you weren't even in your home state.
No, I was in fucking Washington.
You traveled to get fucked on that one.
Yeah, I sure did. I don't know if I've talked to you about this, but we're going to be moving back to Washington.
Yeah.
Here in a couple of months. For various reasons, me and Adam have had very strange work-related things happen recently. I no longer work for Atari. Thanks, business. But aside from that, you know.
Jesus.
And I never actually did work for Atari. I'm comfortable now saying that I worked for Electronic Arts, creators of Madden and The Sims. So the Atari bit is dead, just like my employment with them.
Challenge
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, I still hate that news for you. Like, I know, of course, you obviously fucking do. You're the one that's hit by it.
Yeah.
But like, God damn. And to just be like in the industry and seeing it happen everywhere around you. And then finally it just like fucking comes in and it's like, damn.
And it was one of those things where just like, no, our team runs pretty lean and we shouldn't be. And then it's just like, okay, hello. But that's neither here nor there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the positive sides of it, and it did open up an opportunity to be like, should we just go back to Washington and like be near your family? Because we talked about this. My family's not supportive of like me and my whole deal anymore.
Right.
So it's like, the core of it. So it's just like, might as well.
Just take Danny with you. Danny, not Annie.
Danny, not Annie. It's Danny. If I could convince Danny and their wife to come with us to Washington, I probably would do it.
Sure.
I'd be like, right, let's go. Let's make this happen. Big things popping, little things stopping. You know what I'm saying? I really would, and this is like sincerely, I would. I think the main thing I'm gonna miss about living in Ohio is being near Danny and Colleen, because they are really, really great friends. So, I'm going to miss them a lot, but stay in touch. Yeah. We have reason to visit again.
Yeah.
So
that'll be good.
Yeah. God, sometimes I forget, like the fact that even though I'm still doing a podcast, I forget how to do a podcast after I've stopped doing a podcast for such a long time. Because it's been like 2.5 months since.
For this, yeah,
which is kind of crazy. Here's a fun thing we can celebrate, which feels insane. So we're recording this on our normal day. It's going to be out. Let me pull up my calendar here. It's going to be out on normal day. So you're listening to this very likely on Tuesday, the 24th of February. This past Sunday, February 22nd, was my 1-year anniversary of transition.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I've been officially Lilli for a whole year now.
That's wild.
As you're listening to this, it is very wild. Time is fake.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Well, happy transition day. I think that's probably what people would say.
It's like a second birthday.
Yeah.
What'd you get me?
I found some bras and they don't fit me, so they might fit you.
Well, we'll see. Are you sure that one of the females in your house will not be missing those bras? No, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Great.
Hell of a gift. Lightly used.
Lightly. By who? By whomst?
I tried.
Okay.
I bought one for, it didn't. Yeah. Sometimes you get a hell of a bargain at Goodwill and you've just got to go through with it.
You just got to get the bras. You need to go and get fitted and you won't have this problem anymore.
Yeah. Fuck.
I want to talk about music a little bit. There's a lot. We made a post on our Instagram account, at Sad Kids Record Society.
Yeah.
Which you can go and follow. And I posted a couple questions of the day, but as this is kind of like a very delayed year that was 2025, I wanted to kind of talk about our album of the year and some runners up and some things like that. We posted on there, what was your album of the year? And we would love to hear it and talk about it on the show. Actually, we can just consult the Instagram, which I'll pull up right now because we got a lot of responses on Instagram. And that'll double as our listener responses.
Yeah. Really quick, could you imagine how inflated, or probably I'll even say deteriorated, our fan base would have been if we were to have At the Disco Pod as an Instagram account?
Oh God.
Because people are not Googling, they're Instagramming Panic at the Disco shit, and then you get all the weirdos in there that want all the Ryan Ross and Boyd bullshit, but like I just cannot imagine how weird the listenership would have become, or likely the opposite of people who don't actually listen. They're just like, oh, fuck your podcast, you don't know anything about Panic at Disco. Just because the internet.
Yeah,
fucking hate the internet.
Yeah, the internet was a mistake. We asked, question of the day. We posted it on 7 days ago, according to this thing. I don't want to fucking think about the date conversion right now. That's not my strong suit. Said, well, friends, it's 2026 and you've had a whole month to think about it. The world is insane. We persist despite it all. And most importantly, the Grammys have long passed. Now we venture forth with music. The question of the day is, what was your album of the year in 2025? And so we posted ours. Mine was Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party by Lilli Williams. Yours was Breach by 21 Pilots.
Right.
But I wanted to kind of talk about like what some of our runners up were and like other things. You said you listened to like 4 albums.
Right. Yeah, it wasn't very bad.
New albums last year. So that's going to be good. Before we get into that though, I'll read some other people's here. We got 4th favorite listener, Aaron.
Hey.
Well, album Man's Best Friend Ultimate Breakup Album. I don't know. Who's that?
That's the Sabrina Carpenter one, I thought.
It is the Sabrina Carpenter. That's right. I need to get into Sabrina Carpenter, I think.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I watched a video of her doing the Seth Meyers and a guest get drunk at a bar.
Sure.
And she is extremely funny. And I knew this, but I think I need to give her a more specific shot. I think my love of Olivia Rodrigo has been, well documented.
Probably easily like interchangeable. And I don't mean to have that sound like derogatory or anything.
Yeah. Just like I'm for the girls, you know what I mean? And that's like kind of it's been my entire life, but now especially that makes sense. That thought process makes sense now. So I need to get more into the girlies, so Man's
I feel you. Girl power. Yeah.
Girl power. That was Aaron's. Lotus Add a Kid. I don't remember Lotus's thing, so it's Add a Kid from now on. Lotus Add a Kid. Lotus is also Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party. Shout out to From the Pyre by The Last Dinner Party. She's 2nd place. Dennis Wakeman.
Wake.
And
God, that feels good.
It does feel good. It feels good to do. Wake. Trying to remember. Music Maestro Kirsten also had Ego Death on theirs. I had a fun interaction with Annie.
Oh, hell yeah.
On this one. Annie said, Clancy/Breach, don't make me choose, in all caps. And I said between Clancy and Breach, because one of those was Def 2024. And they said, oh, if it had to be released in 2025, then Breach. And then I took a screenshot of that and sent it in a direct message that says, you sweet summer child.
Yeah.
And we had like a whole discourse about reading and everything like that. So it was great. So those are some of the listener albums of the year. So a lot of Ego Death, and then we had some 21 Pilots.
Yeah.
I really, really liked Ego Death.
It is really good. Like it was really, one that was kind of hard to not put up there, but Breach. Yeah. Breach, I would say Breach would have been it if not for that album. Breach was definitely like my 2nd place very closely. I loved Breach. I love, and as I've listened to Breach, on repeat as the months have gone by, like I love Breach even more. And I'm starting to like kind of like really solidify like my love for very specific songs and like how I'd rank them and stuff. We won't talk about our rankings for Breach because that is going to be a deep cut here episode at some point as we proceed. Yep.
But yeah, Breach was definitely my 2nd place.
I've done this psycho thing that I know my wife like really fucking does not like, and I don't do it intentionally, but like there's times where I'm just up too late. It's like, okay, don't want to look at phone full brightness. Let's put some earbuds in. And then like I'll just turn on Breach or something like that. And then it's like, oh, I've fallen asleep and now it's also yelling in my wife's ear now. Fantastic. So kind of at that point, she'll like take them and put them on the nightstand or some shit. And I'll wake up in the morning and it's like, oh, okay. I put headphones in last night. Got it. Sorry.
Yeah. What would have been your second place album?
Yeah, no, I really do think Ego Death would have been it. And I like the only thing that probably could have followed in third. And it's like a very, very surprising thing to me knowing how cold I was on it. But that Death of a Showgirl by Taylor Swift, like I was really not a huge fan whenever it first came out. And obviously like the Swiftie side of me was like, look, bitch, you're going to like it whether you don't want to. And it's like, fuck. All right. I guess you're right. I mean, like some songs on there I still can live without, but I don't know if it was just the fact that like Opalite literally got played everywhere. Sure. And then I would find myself like doing a stupid little shoulder sway every time that it's on. And I'm like, shit, it won. It got in me. But I think the video that she just dropped for that also is pretty funny. Like it's got a hell of a lot of cameos in it, but I mean, obviously that was this year, not last. So that's really not still doing a lot of the heavy lifting. But I think it was just like, if you listen to it over and over again, you'll surely fall into it.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually I'm surprised by how much of the stuff that I listened to last year that I thought was 2025 was actually 2024. Sure. So that was kind of fun. Because I was thinking about Next Gen, the Bring Me the Horizon album, that was 2024. Oh. For some reason I thought GNX was 2025. It was not 2025.
I did too.
It was definitely 2024. I think that my number 3 would probably be Let God Sort 'Em Out by Clips.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because that dropped and that was really fucking good.
Sure.
Clips being back in a big way. That was sick. Because Clips hasn't dropped an album since 2009, I think. I think Till the Casket Drops was 2009. No. So,
well, and like I kind of had the same thing that you did on GNX with Tyler the Creator. Like I fucked up and thought he dropped like Chromacopia and Don't Tap the Glass in 1 year, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, no, Don't Tap the Glass is also probably on there, probably 4. I like Don't Tap the Glass a lot.
It was fun, and I like that we'll get to be able to talk about that a little bit more once we get into the Grammy stuff. Since there was a Tyler the Creator performance that was cool as hell.
Yeah, I actually did not watch. I didn't watch the Grammys. I watched like some clips of like the speeches and stuff.
Sure,
lots of fuck ice in there, which was really great. Lots of anti-ice sentiment in the Grammys this year, which made me feel pretty good.
I think as we get into it, I'll probably find the spot where we started watching because, well, hell, I guess this Wikipedia list, thanks Wikipedia, is completely out of order. But I know we didn't start until like maybe halfway through, and it still felt like we had fucking forever to go. And there were like 3 or 4 performances, maybe even more. I will say,
list, like looking on here, there's like a list of performances that were on there.
Yeah.
There's a tribute to D'Angelo, I'm pretty sure, that had like a lot of fucking artists on it.
Ton. Yeah. And then there was the one for Ozzy, of course.
Yeah.
That one was pretty good.
Clips and Pharrell performed. Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I was saddened by the fact that there was an AJR album that came out in 2025 that just really didn't jive with me.
Oh, okay. You really like AJR.
I really do like AJR. And they've got a new medley out that I think is just called Songs We Haven't Played in a While. And they just jam through songs they haven't played in a while. I've yet to listen to it. And it's kind of just because I feel burnt by this album that's like incredibly short on top of that. It is literally 5 songs. It is 5 songs, and most of them feel incredibly like repetitious. Oh, hello.
Oh,
Like it just.
Crypt Keeper?
We do have a Crypt Keeper here on a special episode.
Crypt Keeper sighting.
Fucking kids.
Okay.
Fuck.
Yep.
Well, it's just me then. Fuck me. All right.
You got this. I believe in you. Our children, as they've gotten older, listeners don't know entirely, but we now have an 18-year-old in this house. That's fucking weird.
That's crazy.
Both are very good at either like last minute, same day, or day before reminders. And it's like, okay, cool, great.
Yeah. I'm just so shit that I just miss. Before I continue, did you have some more stuff to say? You were in the middle of something for the Crypt Keeper Whamageddon.
Yeah, no, just I want more AJR. I don't want this direction of AJR. And like, I don't want to be a dick, right? Because I know that they are in mourning, like their dad passed away.
Yeah,
they've been sitting on a couple of, like they had one really good album, and then this one kind of goes back and retreads some of that. And it's not, and no part of me am I saying get over it, but it's like, if you're going to continue with this emotion, feel free, but please do so in a more passionate direction than just kind of retreading. And I get like part of mourning can be feeling stuck, but guys, hold on to that album. Like just kind of wait until you've got more than 5 goddamn songs.
Yeah, just like I think, and with all that stuff, I don't think anybody would have blamed them for like taking longer.
Right.
You know? So yeah, very interesting. There's just like, but like, it's like I just like some of the shit that, because I'm going through a list right now, and some of the shit that I'm missing, or that I just like completely went over my head. Like I would probably say that Dead Channel Sky by Clipping is probably like on my list as well, like my number 5, because I did listen to that and I forgot it at 125. Mayhem Gaga completely flew past me. In 2025, I don't know how I missed a new Gaga album, but that completely.
I'm sorry. I booped her with the hat.
Whoops! But that completely flew past me. Apparently, A Day to Remember released an album last year, and I had no clue about that.
No.
Rebecca Black put out an album last year, which like I need to check it out, because like she's like a lesbian now and she's living her best life, and I really want to know what she's up to.
Oh, sure.
Japanese Breakfast put out an album, which I didn't know about. Mumford and Sons put out an album, which I didn't know about. I
knew they had a song, but I didn't start like hearing it, I feel, until this year. Yeah,
it's Rushmere, I think it's called. Joe Keery.
Oh, yeah, Crux. That's right. Yeah.
That I did listen. That's a good album.
Okay. I'll have to check out that album.
Crux is a really good album. So I would say that. I'm pretty sure the Lumineers released an album last year, if I'm not crazy, which I just might be. Let me see. Which I'm pretty sure I did listen to. Yeah, Automatic came out in 2025, which I did listen to and I did like a lot.
Okay.
But again, that was like in the early, like there's just so like I listened to so much music. A lot of it was older. The Mars Volta put an album out. What?
Oh, fuck.
Are you kidding me? Holy shit. Wu-Tang and Mathematics put out an album. Good Lord. Mayday Parade put out an album. What the fuck?
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, Thunderball. No, that's the Melvins. Sweet. It's called Sweet. They put an album called Sweet. Mayday Parade did.
Nice.
West Side Gun and Wiz Khalifa put out albums on the same day. I guess we have to. We'll talk about this in next before we get to the Grammys. But Baboni.
Oh yeah,
huge album.
Before we wholly transition, okay, good.
Yeah, we'll talk about the Super. That's what I'm saying. Super Bowl is like going to be our next thing, and then we'll move on to the Grammys. Ghost put out a new album.
Everybody's favorite piece of shit. Sometimes blonde, sometimes has a beard, sometimes sings well. Hasn't really done that in like 2 decades now. Maroon 5 released a new album.
Did they?
Yeah, it sucked.
I was going to say that
sucked.
That sucks. Don't like that.
And I mean, like, it's got features from Lil Wayne. There's SZA on there, and like the last SZA song that they did was semi okay, and then like Sexy Red's on a separate song.
Oh.
Like, it is just the most weird shit. I think it's literally the one album that I listened to once with my wife, and we were like, never again.
Pup put out an album. That's pretty cool. Propagandhi put out an album. Oh, Men I Trust put an album out too.
Damn,
that's cool.
Wiz Khalifa.
Fire.
Wow.
Counting Crows.
Just all right. Now we're just really going places.
I even forgot The Head and the Heart, which is another one of my favorite bands, put out an album last year that I'm pretty sure I did listen to, but I need to go back and do that. Like, so much. Hey, listen to this. You'll never guess this next one. Back in May of 2025, Ali and AJ.
Oh my God.
Put out a new album. Yeah, if you can believe that.
2008 called.
Yeah, I guess Sleep Token had an album out.
That I remember.
Yeah. Chelsea's more into Sleep Token than I am. I don't know if I'm
sure. I wouldn't say I'm very much into it, but
yeah. I don't know if I'm a big Exhibit X to the Z. What are you talking about? What is happening?
He's out here pimping rides still. That's wild.
Hinder put an album out last year.
Apparently just everybody chose 2025.
Yeah, everybody was like, yeah, let's do it. Garbage put out an album.
What?
Yeah, I'm just going through like a list and just like
they
calling
got
out
everybody
ones.
back together.
Oh, here's a good one. John Bellion put out an album. John Bellion finally free of his like label contract.
Yeah.
And he was like living his best life, which
Hell
I'm
yeah.
a huge fan of. I love John Bellion.
I know that All American Rejects had just like one single, and from the day of this record, we're like less than a month away from when that concert is, and they'll actually have a new album out this year, so that's exciting.
Oh wow.
Like,
okay,
man, Wiz Khalifa is going to be in the Wichita area.
Put out a new album this last year, which I didn't know about.
Hell yeah. But if I wanted to see Wiz Khalifa in our area, Machine Gun Kelly. I don't think I can suffer through Machine Gun Kelly.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
No, feels bad. Oddly enough, also, as you're going through the list here, Riverfest, which is like a big thing that happens in Wichita every year, Gym Class Heroes is one of the headliners.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, it might be worth a button, and it's like fucking $10 a button before they're actually like out and about, but like shit, I might.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Could be the move.
I mean,
as long as they play like the good songs and not keep on keeping on, or the fuck that song was
called. They
just
just play that on a loop. They don't play anything else.
Yeah. That's the only song I ever need ever again.
And the Jacksons. The Jacksons will also be there.
Yeah. Okay.
And
like
then
the of the
five,
the Joe Jackson clan.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Let's
Lord
see.
had an album out.
I didn't listen to it. I should have.
I didn't either. Like, it's just like shit that I'm just. Dropkick Murphys put out an album apparently.
Yeah.
Kesha.
No one I knew.
We got Kesha. What the
Interesting.
fuck?
2008 really did call.
Guess where we are in the year? We're in July still.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We haven't even gotten to the second half of the year. I'm just scrolling. We got Raekwon put out an album. Tyler the Creator, We Knew About Don't Tap the Glass. Madonna apparently.
I'm good. 1988 called now.
Let's see.
Did you know Hank?
Gucci put an album out last year? That rules.
I'm telling you, all of them, everybody. Did you know that Hank Azaria has a Bruce Springsteen cover band?
Does he?
And I'm finding this out because they are the closer for this Riverfest event.
Oh, okay. So like, wait, Hank Azaria's cover band for Bruce Springsteen is the closer for Riverfest?
Yeah. Yep.
That's weird. Good Charlotte put an album out last year, apparently. God. Black Keys put out their 13th album.
Jesus.
Last year. So that's crazy. Hailstorm. The Jonas Brothers. This is crazy. I'm just no. Oh, okay, so live recordings. It's like Radiohead. No, live recordings. Live recordings. It's okay. It's okay. I marked safe from Radiohead. I like Radiohead, but I'm pretty sure that Tom York is a Zionist. But whatever. Chevelle put out an album.
I'm good.
Yeah, me too. Joey Valence and Bray put out an album last year. Like them. TikTok, I found them on TikTok, and they're kind of like, if you don't know who Joey Valence and Bray are, they did like rap. They're rappers, and they went viral on TikTok, and now they're releasing albums. They say they have very heavy Beastie Boys vibes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Rise Against put out an album last year.
Damn.
Yeah. 2 Chainz. Deftones put an album out last year.
What the fuck?
There was an Earl Sweatshirt album that came out. We got a Hot Mulligan in there. We got a Kid Cudi in there.
Damn, I didn't know Kid Cudi came back.
Yeah, me either. Adam, we got a Soulja Boy record in 2025.
Oh, god damn.
We got a Soulja Boy sighting in 2025. That's crazy.
I wonder if you get one with every single one of his fake Game Boys that he sells.
Not the Soulja game.
It's like a real fucking U2 on an iPhone situation here.
That's crazy. We got a 3 Days Grace in 2025.
Yeah, original singer came back.
Yeah.
I say that like I've listened to it. I just know that he came back.
Yeah. Let's see. We've got the Hives. John Oates of Hall & Oates fame put an album out here solo. We got Sabrina Carpenter in there. I didn't know. Let's see. I'm just kind of like scrolling through. I'm trying to go quick. The Biebs put an album out, which the Biebs lost a lot of money on his Bored Ape NFT. I don't know if you saw that news today.
I did not.
He spent like $1.3 million on this Bored Ape NFT years ago, and it's worth like $12,000 now, which is still like way more than it should be worth. But yeah, he lost a lot of money on that. Disgusting, quite frankly. Let's see. Between the Buried and Me and Dance Gavin Dance put out albums last year.
Fucking Dance Gavin Dance.
Apparently Ed Sheeran had an album out last year. Starset released an album last year too. That's crazy. I like Starset a lot. I Prevail had an album last year. I'm trying to read like a lot of like the old school like bands.
Sure, yeah. 2008 just keeps on ringing.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, Motion City Soundtrack put an album out last year. Yeah. See what else we got here. This is going crazy. We're in September now, so I think at this point, like sunk cost fallacy, I just have to make it to December.
Another album is at the podcast.
Didn't Doechie's album come out last year?
It had to have. I mean, it was nominated, so it had to have.
Well, fucking Luther was nominated, and that was 2024. So I don't know if that necessarily.
I guess that's true.
Let's see.
Fuck rules, I guess.
I guess it doesn't fucking matter. It's like whose lines it anyway? Everything's made up, and the points don't matter. Let's see. No, Alligator Bites Never Heals 2024.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see.
August 30th of 2024, even. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, that was like mid. Yeah, well, it was around the same time that fucking Luther came out, or GNX came out,
GNX.
so whatever. That Olivia Dean album did come out in 2025, though. She got Best New Artist.
Nice.
Nice. Got a Young Thug album in 2025, apparently.
God.
Thugger out here releasing some new shit.
That feels like something I can't say.
Thugger?
Yeah.
Probably.
Probably
Because
not.
it's like one of those things where it's like that's what his nickname is, and people call him that, and it's not offensive, but like you saying that seems
it'd be very weird.
dragged. Why don't you try it? Try it.
I don't know if I can. I mean, just drop it, just hard drop it, I guess.
I mean, it is with the hard R. It's not Thugger. It's Thugger.
That's
It's Thugger.
true.
It's Young
Man.
Thuggy Thugger.
This feels bad.
Yeah, we can move on.
It's like I can't even talk about Winnie the Pooh characters anymore. The world's so devastating.
Oh, Tigger. Yeah, that's a problem. Like I said, Dodie put an album out, which I love. Dodie. I didn't know about that. I need to put more reminders on artists that I like, because like Apple Music will tell you when a new album comes out by somebody you like. So I need to like mark more people.
Oh, that feels bad. Yeah.
Let's see. We're kind of getting into Khalid. I don't know. I've never know how to pronounce it. Khalid. He put an album out last year.
I kind of fell off Khalid, but maybe I should go back.
Yeah, I feel like fucking Yellow Card. Are you crazy?
Wow. Even before 2008.
Yep. All Time Low put one out. Let's see. Gucci Mane. Gucci who? Gucci Mane. Shout out my fella Gucci. Have you seen that video of Lil Wayne?
No.
Oh my god, it's so funny. Where he's like in an interview and somebody's like reading off like the best rapper. He's like reading off like Drake's this number, blah blah blah, and then he says Gucci's number 3, and he goes, Gucci who? Gucci Mane? And he's like, Gucci's on there, Eminem's not on there, and he said, yep. He's like, well, shout out my fella Gucci, but he did not say fella.
No, I bet not.
One of the funniest videos I've ever seen. So I'll have to put that in the show notes. I forgot there was a new Tame Impala album last year.
Yeah.
I thought that said the Academy is, which was going to be even crazier to me, but I took some transliteration there.
Oh, Tame Impala is the reason that Dracula song exists. Damn it.
What Dracula song?
Oh, here, hang on. I'll send it to you and you can listen to it after the podcast. It's
I don't know if I want
offensive.
I don't know if I want to.
I don't think you probably should. Drop this in the show notes too. I bet people will really love it.
I don't think you probably should. Florence and the Machine.
Oh, it started playing. Hold, please. Oh, please don't. Offensive.
Oh no.
Okay. Oh
no. I was thinking about that. Didn't like Ronnie Radke and Marilyn Manson release a song last year that was dog shit?
Oh, probably. I think they toured together too. So that's just like shit on shit on shit.
Ugh.
Yeah, it feels bad.
Yeah, Florence and the Machine put out an album last year.
Damn.
Yeah, I gotta look into that. Oh my god, Danny Brown, Stardust. How can I forget about fucking Stardust? God, Stardust might be above Clips for me. Stardust was fucking good. Danny
Nice.
Brown. Ooh, that was a good album. Let's see. Portugal the Man put an album out. That's right.
Wow.
I did listen to some of that. Let's see. Five Sauce put an album out. 5 Seconds of Summer. That's wild.
That's wild.
I didn't know they were still together. We got a fucking Cheap Trick record last year, Adam.
What the fuck? How?
I don't fucking know. We got a new Devil Wears Prada album out there. I went to the mechanic. I should have said something. I went to the mechanic today. I took Chelsea's car in to get an oil change and some other stuff. And the guy that was talking to me and that I was dealing with had a Devil Wears Prada tattoo. Should have been
Hell
like,
yeah.
I'm friends with the original keyboard player. should have dropped that lore on him.
Yeah, you should have.
Maybe I would have gotten it for free. No. But it's
just cut the tattoo off and been like, here, you deserve this.
We got Of Mice and Men.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. I think I don't know if we gotta cancel Of Mice and Men. At this point, all these old bands, I don't know if they've done something shit.
Right.
That's fine. Wale had an album last year. De La Soul had an album last year. That's wild.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't be excited when you said like all time low, because I think like there's just been more and more off-putting news that's come out about that band.
Yeah. 21 Savage. Lol.
21.
Okay. 21.
You know who we didn't get an album from?
Who?
Panic at the Disco.
We did not get an album from Panic at the Disco. Thank fuck. I don't know.
We actually did.
What?
Because they dropped the live.
Oh,
they dropped the high def live.
We did that. We don't need to talk about that. It's fine. You fucking scared the shit out of me just then.
That would have been insane.
Do you remember when we first started Adam and Lilli at the Disco? Back when we first started that podcast, and like a month into it, the band broke up.
Yeah.
Imagine if we started Sad Kids Record Society and a month into it, Panic at the Disco drops a new fucking album. Or Boyd drops a new fucking album. I don't know if my heart would be able to take that.
I don't think so.
I think I would just like walk into the sea and never be seen again.
You'll find me behind the sea, please.
Please, behind the sea. Thank you very much.
God, that would be fucking wild. I've seen that there's been random Ryan Ross sightings. I can't remember what the event was.
Yeah, Kirsten shared some clips with us earlier in the week, but I truly don't remember. We'll drop it if we. I'll find it.
It was like Zeeberg or something. I don't know. That sounds like a thing that exists.
That sounds like a thing. So we'll Ryan might be around. Yeah. I saw that clip and I saw a comment that said in all caps, "Oh my God, it's Ryan Ross. Oh my God, it's Ryan Ross. Oh my God, it's Ryan Ross. Oh my God, it's Ryan Ross." And it's just that over and over again. So the Ryro,
was that Lotus?
No, I hope not. The Ryro stands are still doing the things that they do. And by the way, just because it's a special occasion, happy Ryro Tuesday.
Oh man.
Fuck off.
Oh.
There was one of the clips that I saw, and again, I don't remember who she is or who he was playing with, but he like was trying to get the strap of his guitar to like attach properly, and so to make it easier, he kind of like knelt down to give us some slack, and then the crowd started screaming, and then he stood back up, and then she was just like, "Were you doing that because he knelt down?" Like, bro, chill the fuck out. Let's talk about the Superb Owl. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was cool. First of all, fuck the New England Patriots.
God, that was so bad.
If you're a Patriots fan, then I'm not sorry. They suck. Their owner's a Zionist and a Trumper. Fuck the Patriots.
Yeah.
Forever. The Seahawks won, which like by extension, so my in-laws, like their entire family are Seahawks fans. Seattle, of course.
Sure.
So at least, I can take solace in that. I am unfortunately an Arizona Cardinals fan for the sports heads out there. Sports time. Hello, sports fans. The Arizona Cardinals are consistently one of the worst teams in the NFL year on year. And they're in the same division as the Seahawks. So in theory, I shouldn't be happy for the Seahawks, but I am. So
sure.
Yeah, so the game for me was good because the Patriots got stomped, but that fucking halftime show, God, what a show. That was great show.
I'm sorry, I didn't experience this. I actually turned the channel over to the Turning Point Super Bowl.
Please don't even make jokes about that.
Just seemed like a better experience for somebody.
Yeah. For somebody like me, dude, definitely a better experience.
Somebody rip one. I did not mean to almost kill you.
I just wasn't expecting it. It just came out of nowhere.
It was a nice 20 minutes of solace between the one Patriot fan that I have in the house that was yelling within like 2 minutes of the game.
Sure.
So there is that.
Yeah.
I mean, even before that, real quick, like you had 7 minutes of Green Day.
Yeah, Green Day playing American
clips versions of their songs.
I feel like this is a good, I haven't talked about this a ton because it hasn't been relevant in my other podcasting life, but I think that sometimes I'll say liberals. I think there's a difference between liberals and leftists in a lot of cases. I think a lot of liberals shoot themselves in the foot with stuff because they would rather, they lose inches by expecting miles.
Mm-hmm.
And so after that Green Day performance at the fucking Super Bowl, the biggest like event, like I would say of an American television year.
Oh yeah.
Right. Like,
right.
I'd say the Super Bowl is like one of those things where it's like, even if you don't like football, it's like a thing. Right. Right. So it's like people who never ever watch football watch the Super Bowl because it's like, oh, the commercials, or I want to see who's doing the show, or blah blah blah. We go to parties and all this other stuff. Heavily televised. So Green Day playing American Idiot and fucking Boulevard of Broken Dreams, or was it Boulevard? Yeah.
And they did Holiday. Like they did Holiday. Yeah,
and Holiday.
They did all of them,
I was thinking about Holiday. At the fucking Super Bowl is crazy because these are songs that were already protest songs that were relevant then and are still relevant now.
Right.
But they were like the liberals were upset that they didn't like scream "fuck ICE, fuck Trump" at the fucking Super Bowl when like, as cool as it is that the NFL is like bringing Green Day on and like doubling down on Bad Bunny and all this other stuff. Like they're still a corporation and they don't want to get fucking like slapdashed by the administration.
Yeah.
And then there are probably agreements in place that if Green Day broke, like they would get sued into oblivion and probably lose. So it's like you're expecting way too much. And the fact that they were even there in the first place doing these songs on stage at the most televised event in the American calendar year is insane already. So
it's kind of putting way too much on one of your favorite bands. They did Good Riddance, Holiday, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, and American Idiot. And I think like the best thing that you can take from that for those who wanted them to send a message is have them close with American Idiot. And like we all knew that they were going to, but like you said, like he's not going to pop out and just say fuck the association.
Yeah. Well, and like even too, like the line, the subliminal mind fuck America line was in that part of it. And like they said, I don't know. I thought it was cool. They were even there. Yeah. Doing that stuff. And then Brandy Carlisle sang the America the Beautiful, I'm pretty sure it was. Charlie Puth sang national anthem, which he did a great job, honestly. But
it was good.
So have like Brandy Carlisle, who's a very vocal anti-Trump lesbian, was like a huge deal as well. Yeah. And I guess, I mean, I can only imagine that Charlie Puth is an act of resistance in and of itself.
Sure.
So in and of himself. So, you know.
Yeah. I mean, like it was like the most politically charged thing that was so quiet, and there is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know, it's if you want the stage to say those things, you have the Grammys, which does not have that level of attention because most people are just going to say, oh, it's the fucking Grammys, who cares? Or the Oscars. Like, you can do the same thing at the Oscars. I guarantee you at the Oscars, it's going to be all fucking anti-AI and everything.
Pedro, Daddy Pedro is going to be up there doing his thing. I know he is. You know what I mean? At the Oscars. So it's like, you know, you'll get your moments. And we definitely got plenty of moments at the Grammys, but this wasn't necessarily about that. And then we get like one half of garbage football that was mostly field goals, and then we get Baboni, and I love that. And I can't not say Baboni like that. And I reserve the right to say it like that because I am Hispanic, so I do get to reserve that right. So and then Baboni shows up. And it's like, so the thing that I love recently is like last year, Kendrick's performance was very like unapologetically Black person in America. Yeah. And it was unashamed, and they let him call Drake a pedophile on national television, and it was amazing. Right. This year, Bad Bunny, it was unambiguously, unapologetically Latin. Yes. And it's like, yeah, that fucking rules. And again, I don't know anything. It was actually really funny. So my aunt messaged me and we were talking about it because somewhere during like the third quarter, my grandma called me and we were just talking. She was like, I didn't really like that performance and my grandma is Mexican, by the way. So to be clear. So I didn't really like that performance. Like, what didn't you like about it? I was like, I thought the visuals were really nice, but I didn't like how they were all shaking their booties like that. Like, if you're and making all those weird motions, if you're talented, you don't need to do that. Like, okay. So I was messaging my aunt about that. Her middle child is my aunt. And we were just talking back and forth. She's like, yeah, that makes sense. She would say that. She's like, I didn't like it because I couldn't understand a word that he said, and not in like that conservative, weird MAGA way. Yeah. I speak and understand Spanish fluently, and the way that he says words is incomprehensible sometimes.
I love that.
But it was like a really, really great show. Ricky Martin was there. Yeah. That was pretty cool. The Gaga was there, and that little like dance they did was really cool.
I liked that moment because it turned a song that I fucking hate into something enjoyable. I was like, this is much appreciated here. Was not expecting that.
Yeah, that was really good. A lot of the symbolism was really cool, and like I don't remember all of the details. There was a thread on BS, that's Blue Sky Adam, where somebody was going and breaking down.
What is this, a crossover episode?
Yeah, that was just for us. That was just for the two of us right here. Where somebody was like breaking down like all of the symbolisms and talking about like, oh, this is like, you know, this is sugarcane and like crop and like the types of places and like who these people were and like the power poles to represent the storms and the stuff and the hurricanes in Puerto Rico and all that other stuff. And it was just like very, very, very powerful, I think. And it was like really good. And there was a point towards the end where he goes and says like, you know, I'm praying for America, and then starts listing the South American countries and Canada, and he includes the United States in there and all stuff, and just like the understanding that like this monolith that is the United States is not that's not America. Right. It's a larger part of what is considered America, and like going through and like saying all these like South American countries and shouting out Mexico and all this other stuff. And it was like very cool. And then on the screen behind him, the only thing more powerful than hate is love, which is fucking amazing.
From his Grammy speech.
Yeah, from his Grammy speech, which he did talk about. The Grammy speech was just like, what a great message. Like, and then of course all the conservatives just like, oh, it was demonic, and so it's like, you're gonna, like, on the screen it says the only thing more powerful than hate is loving. You're gonna say it's like, bad? What is wrong with you fucking morons? Like, you fucking morons. Like, I don't know, man.
It's bad.
It's bad. But I
mean,
I had a great time watching that fucking performance.
Yeah. It was incredibly fun. And I think by the end of it, like, I had a little tear in my eye where I was like, how do you have people fight against this kind of show? Where it's like this, I get it, but I get it that you find it different, but I get it also that, asshole, you're watching from the comfort of your couch. Fucking mute it. Go get leftovers. Go do fucking anything else. Who
watch
cares?
The fucking Turning Point USA Kid Rock halftime, Real American halftime performance. Fucking just, you don't have to watch it. It's fucking stupid.
I mean, literally, you can be doing anything else for those 20 minutes that you could probably find more joy in, but probably not, because you're a piece of shit anyway. So who knows what you find joy in? It was great. I mean, and I will be one of those people that's like, I didn't understand every word that came out of his mouth with my single semester of college fucking Spanish. However, it did not make that sight like any less fucking incredible.
No. And it didn't matter, because the thing, like, you can recognize the symbolism and the intensity and like the passion and the fun that went into it. Like, you don't need to understand the words to understand the message.
Right.
And I think that's an important thing, is that like language is such an interesting thing that like you don't necessarily even need, like, language is not just spoken, language is visual, language is a lot of things. Yeah. So it's like, you know, it was a very easy to understand, easy to parse message, and I thought it was wonderful.
I mean, you know, maybe next year they'll just have some asshole up there doing like interpretive dance to nothing, and then be happy about that. Like, you don't get what you want. Yeah. And I mean, like, that Ricky Martin sighting was fucking impressive. Like, to just see him on a screen again was crazy. Pedro Pascal, like, popping up in the little hut, just like dancing. Yeah.
I think Jessica Alba was there too.
There were a few random.
There were a lot of little guest spots. Apparently, like, that was a thing that he did on tour, was like there was like a casita at his shows, and like there was like a celebrity that showed up to like dance in the casita at all of his shows. And so that was a callback to that moment from his tour. Yeah. Which I thought was pretty cool. But Pedro Pascal, Jessica Alba just kind of being there. I love that. The wedding that was happening was a real wedding. Yeah,
the real wedding. That's crazy.
Really, really cool. I can't remember the little boy's name, and it wasn't actually him. For a while, people were reporting like that was the little 5-year-old boy that got kidnapped by ICE, basically, and then got returned to his parents. There was a part of Baboni's performance where he he comes in and he gives this little boy his Grammy to hold on to, and that was an actor, but definitely meant to symbolize that boy that got kidnapped by ICE. And thankfully he is back with his parents, but that fucking insane. Yeah, that can even happen. Yeah, but yeah. So I mean, like lots of references, lots of callbacks.
Yeah, his voice alone, I think, was entertaining to listen to. Mm-hmm. He kind of has one of those voices that if he just did all of the things in that recording, like while just reading the alphabet, I would surely still be as entertained. Mm-hmm. WWE's own Bad Bunny.
Yeah, God, I hope he doesn't go back to WWE. They're teasing a program, like, I don't know, but teasing, but there was a rumor floating around for a little while that they were going to do a program between Bad Bunny and Logan Paul in WWE.
Oh, God.
Like, please don't do that.
Please don't. That sounds like the most internet level of volatile bullshit.
Benito, I beg of you, if you listen to this podcast, please don't do that. But yeah, it was really good. It was also kind of like unapologetically queer as well. There were a lot of close-up shots and extended shots of like dudes grinding on dudes and like all of those, like that was like very cool. Also, unless you have any more special notes, I want to give one last shout out before we move on to the Grammys. Shouts out to the Bushes, dude. Because those bushes were just people in bush costumes that were just kind of standing there and doing their thing. It's like, that was hardcore.
It was like you saw them move once in the beginning and then they just never did again.
Which is just like very funny. Very, very funny.
Yeah.
So, shall we talk about the Grammys?
Let's do it.
So, yeah, the Grammys were on February 1st, and a lot of stuff happened. So I have a list here of, this was the year that they introduced the best traditional country album because they were salty that Beyonce won best country album.
Yeah. You have a whole fucking show for that, for the record.
Yeah, fucking who cares? So I'm just gonna read the list of performers here. So we had Apete by Bruno Mars and Rose.
Yep,
I liked that song. That's a catchy song.
I think I liked it the first time.
Apete. But it did get overplayed quite a bit.
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter played Man-Child. We had a melody of Best New Artist. So we had the Marias, Addison Rae, Cat's Eye, Leon Thomas, Alex Warren, Lola Young, Olivia Dean, and Somber playing some of their songs in like a melody.
My wife fucking loves Somber.
I don't know. I don't think I know of them.
I think I've heard like maybe 2 Somber songs, and it's like, okay.
Oh, it's a single person. That was a band. Cool. This image on the 12 to 12. I'll put this in the show notes as well. This image on the 12 to 12.
Oh,
Wikipedia article is interesting.
Yeah.
Very awkward. Justin Bieber, the Bees, played Yukon. Lady Gaga played Abracadabra.
Yeah, so we must have started watching like right before that Yukon performance.
Okay.
And it was incredibly interesting to kind of see everything that he had done on stage. Mm-hmm. Because like to set up a drum machine or basically a recording machine of him strumming the guitar a couple of times, very like, while also just being very, not to go back to the previous artist, but somber and not really saying anything. And then I can't. And it was like that for like a good 30 seconds. And then he finally starts the song and it's like, okay, so Justin Bieber's really trying to outdo himself on this one, which is great. But Justin Bieber, you're always still going to be Justin Bieber in our hearts.
Yeah, he lost those millions of dollars on the before they and he was like, I got to do something drastic.
Right, yeah.
Bruno Mars and the Hooligans performed I Just Might.
That was entertaining. I'm not a huge Bruno Mars fan, but that was entertaining as hell.
Yeah,
he is a good performer. I will give him that always.
We were in the Discord for my other podcast. There was a bunch of people in like the sports channel just talking about the Super Bowl, and when that performance was going on, somebody was like, "Oh, Gaga's here. Where's Bruno Mars' ass? I know he's around here somewhere." And then we kept on making jokes like the abuela in the stand that was giving out the food was Bruno Mars in disguise, just like all this other stuff. Tyler, the Creator, and Regina King performed I Thought I Was Dead and Sugar on My Tongue.
Like it was so cool. Like
I know.
God damn.
I Thought I Was Dead. It said contains elements of like him in there as well, which is
really cool. That was fun. And then like the complete transition that almost happens between that and Sugar on My Tongue. Like he walks into a different set and it's just a whole different performance entirely. I thought that was incredible. And like Sugar on My Tongue isn't even my favorite song from that album, but like here it was like, okay, yeah, no, this is the spot that you performed this song.
Yeah. So definitely good. Reba McEntire, Brandy Clark, and Lucas Nelson performed Trailblazer for the In Memoriam section. the Ozzy Osbourne tribute. They played War Pigs. It was Post Malone, Duff McKagan from Guns N' Roses, Slash also from Guns N' Roses.
Will
Chad
Ferrell.
Smith. Will Ferrell, yes, drummer for Red Hot Chili Peppers, and Andrew Watt performed War Pigs as a tribute to Ozzy Osbourne. Then we got.
I don't know how I feel about Post Malone singing this song. He did okay, but like they've got to remember that you've got also T-Pain out there with some pretty good covers of Ozzy Osbourne.
If you haven't, I'll include this in the fucking show notes. If you haven't heard T-Pain's cover of fucking War Pigs, you're missing out because it's fucking good. T-Pain's just out here doing side quests, performing like amazing covers of other. I don't know. T-Pain
is like a whole album of covers, which is fucking great. But like Post Malone, it's like, he's a very obvious choice, but obviously there's somebody who's done this and done this better.
Is Post Malone an obvious choice?
I guess that's true too.
I don't know that I call him an obvious choice for most things.
Obvious choice to go on a fucking tour with Jelly Roll now following this Grammy thing.
Christ. Obvious choice to have a Raising Cane's sponsorship partnership. We had a tribute to D'Angelo and Roberta Flack. There was a lot of songs they played, and there's a lot of people. So we had Lauryn Hill, Lucky Day, Raphael Sadiq, Anthony Hamilton, Leon Thomas, Bilal, Alexia J, John Batiste, Leon Bridges, Lala Hathaway, October London, John Legend, Shaka Khan, and Wyclef Jean all came out to do that tribute, which is really cool. And then clips, Pharrell Williams and Voices of Fire played So Far Ahead, which is from that God Sort of Out. Also, you'll love this. Noah Kahan's The Great Divide music video, sponsored by MasterCard, premiered during a commercial break after Justin Bieber's performance of Yukon.
I actually loved this.
Yeah?
Because once it fucking started, I think I walked out of the room to go change into like comfy pants or some shit. I was like, I swear to God to you, this is going to be a MasterCard commercial. Then it fucking turned out to be a MasterCard commercial. It's like, holy shit.
That rules. So we'll start with, we don't have to talk about all of this. I think I really just want to talk about, like, I'm going to roll through here and kind of see if anything looks interesting, but I kind of want to just talk about like those top ones. Fucking Sinners won Best Score Soundtrack Album.
Yeah, that's great.
And then Sword of the Sea wound up winning the video game and other interactive media one, which is fine with me given the fucking nonsense that was the fucking rest of that category. Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunters,
of course,
won Best Song Written for Visual Media. Have you seen that yet, by the way?
Oh, K-Pop Demon Hunters?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I thought for some reason I thought that me and Elliot had to convince you to do it.
No, Elliot had to convince me that I like the music.
Gotcha. Okay.
I always loved the animation. Just the music wasn't there for me. It was one of those that I needed to just beat in my head.
Yep. Good shit. Let's see. Yeah, these are all like the weird best traditional, best blah, blah, blah. Okay. So we got Best Rap Album. Again, GNX by Kendrick Lamar won Best Rap Album, which is fine, but that came out in 2024.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not
no
saying...
sense of time.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I need to look up like what the categories mean, because also Chromacopia was nominated. Would that not have been
interesting?
Would that not have been a 2025? Like, would we not have handled that last February?
Right.
That feels weird. But yeah, Luther won Best Melodic Rap Performance. TV Off won Best Rap Song.
I did not realize how much like Jack Antonoff was on this album.
He was all blew me away. GNX, let's see.
Because he's not on that new Taylor Swift album. Mm-mm. Probably because he was too busy side questing with, Kendrick Lamar.
This is actually really funny. The Gesaffelstein remix of Abracadabra won Best Remixed Recording, non-classical. Abracadabra also won Best Dance Pop Recording. Mayhem by Gaga won Best Pop Vocal Album.
Yep.
Defying Gravity from Wicked. There we go.
Sure.
Won Best Pop Duo Group Performance, which again, Defying Gravity was from Wicked Part 1.
Yeah.
Which was not 2025.
No.
So that's another weird one.
Well, and it's interesting too, like here, Luther isn't nominated, but 30 for 30 is. Like, that's strange.
That's very strange, but whatever. And we have Best New Artist, so Olivia Dean won that one. Song of the Year. So I'll read. We had Manchild, which was Sabrina Carpenter. We had Luther was nominated. We had Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunter was nominated for Song of the Year, which is good for them.
See them again in 2029, I guess.
Yeah. DTMF, Baboni was in there. Apatu by Rose and Bruno Mars was in there. Anxiety by Doechii was in there. Abracadabra by Gaga was in there. And what wound up winning was Wildflower by Billie Eilish. Oh, hello. Is that Stains?
That is a Stains. Spade Stains.
Yeah. Oh, Olivia, that was so cute. Yeah, I saw your post about that. You got Stains' spade, and now Stains is way more cuddly.
Yeah, she's pretty chill now.
Yeah,
and thankfully, no more fucking frantic yelling.
But yeah, so Wildflower by Billie Eilish won Song of the Year. Then we had Album of the Year, which again, we've got some weird ones in here. So the Album of the Year for 2025, Chromacopia, Tyler Creator, GNX by Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
We've got Mutt by Leon Thomas, which is another 2024 album I'm discovering. We have Mayhem, Lady Gaga, Let God Sort 'Em Out by Clips, Man's Best Friend by Sabrina Carpenter, Swag by Justin Bieber. All of those were 2025 albums. And then DTMF by Baboni won Album of the Year. Then we've got Record of the Year.
Did you see his speech for Album of the Year?
Bad Bunny's? Yes, I did.
Yeah. And like the lead up to it and the completely emotional like moment that he has at the table.
Wonderful speech. I fucking love Bad Bunny.
Like, it was great because there were times during that, like, the host, it was Trevor Noah, I believe. I believe it was Trevor Noah. I don't know. But like, he sat down with Bad Bunny at one point and was like, yeah, let's talk about the Super Bowl and the Super Bowl performance. And he's like, no, like, I'm not going to give you a little tidbit.
Yeah. And like, he was like, and then Trevor just started like singing songs out of nowhere. And then he sang like a little bit at the end.
Right.
That was cute.
It was good.
Well, speaking of Trevor, there's like a thing where like Trevor Noah made a joke about fucking prop bets on the Grammys and like said the word potato and said, if you said potato, and you went and like the conservatives were just like, we need to deport Trevor Noah because he was trying to do gambling fraud.
Jesus.
Like, brother, shut the fuck up.
No shit.
Here's my question. Okay, so the foremost, they call these the four, like the big four. So we have Best New Artist, Song of the Year, Album of the Year, and then Record of the Year, which are all singles. Yeah. So what's the difference between Song of the Year and Record of the Year? And why, despite the fact that there were like they're basically the same category, but then they have like weird differences. Like why did Luther win Record of the Year, but Wildflower won Song of the Year when they were both nominated for both categories? Like, I don't understand the disconnect there. Maybe a record exec or somebody from RIAA, fuck the RIAA, could tell us.
Got it.
What's happening there.
We wrote it into the new contract.
We sure did.
It's kind of like, when you've got the fucking Oscars as well, because you've got Best Movie, Best Film, whatever they're going to call it.
Yeah, Best Picture, yeah.
Best Director, Best Screenwriter, and Best Editing. And all four of those can have a different person win.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, all of that together.
That makes more sense to me than song and record being
sure
two different things. You know what I'm saying?
I think it does until you get to the point where you have maybe 7 people per, and this 7 matches this 7, and then 6. I about said 6, 7. 6 of those 7 are in this one, and then you've got 5 in here. So you've got 2 that are left off the other ones, and it's what the fuck? Hell yeah, there it is. Love it.
I found this at Sheets. They were selling it at Sheets, and I got one. I got Chelsea a little cute card and a little statue, nothing too crazy because we don't really celebrate Valentine's like that, but
sure,
just something cute and stuff. And I got all of that at a different place, and I happened to need to go to Sheets for something, and I was checking out, and they had it by the checkout, the self checkout. I was just fuck, so I had to get her one. So I got her this 7 plushie keychain. But anyway, well, so I'm looking at here. Well, so now that I'm looking at this here, I wonder if it's just a bigger production thing. Because I'm looking at this, no, because it's the same fucking number of people.
Yeah, they've changed. You've got Subway here by Chapel Roan.
Oh, wait. So it looks okay, so I think that Song of the Year is specifically for the songwriters. Record of the Year is for the songwriters and the production.
Okay.
So it's it's holistic. Whereas
I can get behind
Song
this.
of the Year is just for the songwriters.
Sure. All right. This makes sense.
So that tracks with me now, because I was going back and forth between the names they have underneath it, and that I think that might be the difference.
It makes sense, but it doesn't mean I have to fucking like it.
Yeah. But yeah, so we had Apatow was in there for Record of the Year. The Subway by Chapel Roan was in there. Abracadabra was in there. Wildflower, Anxiety, Manchild, DTMF, and the winner was Luther. Which again, I don't fucking understand why all these 2024 things that you'll never be able to explain that to me in a way that satisfies me as an answer, because there's no I don't understand why there's no reason why. Okay, so now I'm curious because I need to go back to the 67th awards and just be because Not Like Us was in there. I don't understand.
No. Because I can sometimes see it with movies, not so much big artists like this, because they'll make a movie in 2024 and it doesn't actually get distributed until 2025. That sits kind of in a gray area for me, but one that I can understand.
Well, so it's the cut. I understand cutoff periods, right?
Sure.
If a movie comes out in just mid-December,
right,
and it counts for the 2026 Oscars that cover 2025, I get that,
right?
Or Game of the Year or something like that. I get that. There at some point, there should be a cutoff, right? But because you need the time to review all the materials and stuff like that,
right? But not fucking May 2024.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna Google. Wait. Hold on. Okay. 2025 Grammy eligible. We're on Billboard.com. My friend Paul Green is going to tell me about why this is a thing. This is from 2024. So, Olivia Rodrigo has good reason to be obsessed with Grammy eligibility rules, specifically the one that states tracks from an album released during last year's eligibility period are eligible in the current eligibility period, provided the same tracks were not entered the previous year and the album did not win a Grammy. That means that Rodrigo's Obsessed, a single from the deluxe Guts Spilled edition of her 2023 album Guts, is eligible for the 67th annual Grammy Awards. So that was last year's awards.
What the fuck?
At the beginning of 2025. The single was released on March 22nd, 2024, well within the eligibility period for the 2025 Grammys, which was September 16th, 2023. Okay, so the eligibility period for the Grammys is September of the year even prior. to August of the year current. Well, that doesn't make any fucking sense either. Because when did DTMF? That was, January, I guess? When did Wildflower come out?
When the fuck?
March. Okay, that's fucking crazy. So what it seems like is eligibility for the Grammys. So we're talking about the Grammys that just happened in 2026. Eligibility for the Grammys that just went by would have started in September of 2024. And then ended in August of 2025.
It feels bad.
So anything from September through December of 2025.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, are going to be on the 2027 Grammys.
Ugh.
I hate that.
I hate that. Like December the latest, like December to November should be your window.
I think believably, the window could be from January through November, and anything in December goes on the year following.
Yes.
And I think that makes sense to me. Not fucking September 2 years previous to August.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Doesn't make any goddamn sense. I don't like that
bad.
at all. Ugh.
Mm-mm.
I hate that. Okay, so that was the Grammys. I didn't watch them. I watched clips. I watched speeches. I watched performances. But
yeah, which is kind of like watching the Grammys for the most part, really. I mean,
yeah.
What are people doing when they're watching the Grammys? They're likely just like scrolling through their phones and looking up when the flashy things happen. I know what I did, and I don't believe that I'm only speaking for myself on this one.
I truly don't think you are. Adam, as we approach the end of this episode, the first episode of Sad Kids Record Society, this will be labeled number 1 in the podcast feed. So
hell yeah,
the first one. I want to take a quick break and then jump into a section that I'm going to call from now on the Sound System.
Hell yeah.
Where we talk about the things we've been listening to in the week that was.
Hell yeah.
Which is going to be a little bit more broad for this episode because it's been a while and all this other stuff. It's been a while since I could. So we're going to take a quick break and then we'll be right back with that.
Sound system gonna bring me back up. Yeah, one thing that I can't depend on. Sound system gonna bring me back up. Right, one thing that I can't depend on. Try to describe it.
So I'm not expecting you to have an answer for this because I think I did spring this on you. So it's okay if you don't have like an answer.
Sure.
I want to talk about two songs that I've been listening to that I think are really good, and then an album.
Yeah.
So the first song is a song called Wristwatch by Thesaurus Rex.
All right.
Really good. It's like very like I'm listening to it right now. I've got it bopping in the background. It's very like upbeat. And it's like one of those ones where it's like it's very upbeat and very like dun dun, like very strummy, very guitar forward. But like the lyrics are a little bit like, oh, interesting. Like very like kind of like the opening lines of this song are: ambushed by a metaphor, my watch fell off my wrist, through a sewer grate and landed in a stagnant pool of piss. It sent me reeling to the surface. I was gasping like a fish. I was grasping for a purpose at the edge of the abyss. So that's like the first bit of the song. So you can kind of assume there. So that's a really good song. I'm pretty sure these aren't like 2025 songs. I have to look and see.
Sure.
Show album and library. That's what you do. So that was from 2023, and then the other song.
I mean, do you know what that's giving?
What is it giving? Thanks.
I mean, it's giving. Keep your disco, gimme T-Rex. Quite literally.
It definitely does not sound like it. I'll tell you that much. Then there's a song here from 2017 called French Class by Half Noise. And that's like very like funky, like very like bass heavy, very like dancey. It's very good. So, and it's like kind of like a desperate like love song, things like that. So definitely listen to that.
Sure.
As well. The album I want to talk about though is Boycott Heaven by The Format.
All right.
Woo! You want to talk about The Format really quick like I do. I know you do. Did you listen to it?
Did you send it to me?
The Format? The album? Why do I need to send it to you?
Oh, no. I need recommendations. I don't just go willy-nilly.
Bro, it's The Format. It's Nate.
That's fine.
It's Nate Roos. You're out here being like, I wish there were more Nate Roos stuff, and then The Format puts out their first. Let me see here. I'm looking it up.
I believe that I like we had sent it to each other, and then it just like escaped my brain.
The Format puts out their first album in 20 years. Let me tell you, because Dog Problems came out in 2006. 20 years, and you don't listen.
2006 called.
You're a hateful. You're a hater.
I'm not a perfect person.
Hateful ass motherfucker, and you know that, and you should be ashamed of your words.
This is true. Yeah, typically always.
Anyway, really, really fucking good. Nate has been standing on business about like Palestine and ICE and all this other stuff, which is really cool to see. But it's really fucking good. I think that if I had to like pick, I honestly think that Holy Roller is like a really great song. That was like their first single. Right Where I Belong and Human Nature are also really good. Like it's a really, really good album. So if you haven't listened to Boycott Heaven yet,
all right,
a 20 year return to form, I think is what I will say. It's very much like, yeah, very good. I was joking, I was like, I keep on like begging for a fun reunion, but it's just like in some ways a Format reunion is even better to me.
Sure.
So I was really happy to see that, and the fact that it is good is very happy for me. So.
Well, when we're done recording, I will have to add it to my queue. That way I can start my day with that tomorrow.
Yes, please do.
I'll be okay with that.
Yeah. Do you have anything that you've been listening to? New, old, whatever?
Yeah, no, I'll pull out two things out of my ass. You know, you'd mentioned general work things that popped off, let's say within the last 19 days. So for anybody that's seen a season of The Bear, they know that there is one song that will either feature in the season premiere or the season finale. Mm-hmm. And my favorite time that it actually popped up was in a movie called Crank with Jason Statham. It's New Noise by The Refused.
Okay.
And I think it was like actually one of those songs that were like, yeah, you do like yelly, screamy rock. Like you do like that kind of thing. Because it kind of like leads in with this very long guitar riff that kind of you feel like goes on a little too fucking long. And then somewhere there's just like a little pause and a motherfucker that yells, "Can I scream?" And like the most beautiful of screams. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of how I feel.
You sure can.
So like,
you sure can scream.
It was kind of like when I got back to my office from everything that was first announced, I just sat down, put my headphones in and turned that song on because it was like, I can't. Like, I can't. It would be physically unhealthy and probably professionally not great for me to have this emotion so on the sleeve. But like, I just went back and sat down and popped in and hit that. And like, I've heard this song tons of times since like 2006, and it's registered each time that it's been on The Bear, where it's like, yeah, no, that feels good. That feels good for the characters. That feels good for the show. It's like, I definitely feel that. And I think this is one of those few times in my life where I was like, I just need to sit down and actually listen to this song and let it take over, because it's going to do the things that my brain wants my body to do, but my brain can happily do it. So yeah, like that was a good experience. And I mean, like if nobody's ever heard that song, I say go listen to it with headphones on or the loudest speaker that you can, because holy shit, it feels good. It does go on a bit too long, but I think even at less than 4 minutes, you are satisfied. And any amount of rage that you wanted to expel probably gets expelled through you listening to this song.
Very in the spirit of Crank.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I can't remember where it is in Crank. It might just be the credits, but like the credits are a perfect spot for that as Chev Chelios falls to the ground from the helicopter. Like, that's fine.
Spoilers.
I'm glad I remembered the name of Jason Statham's character from like a movie from 2004.
Yeah. What year did Crank come out?
Too long ago for me to remember that.
Well, speaking of 20 years, 2006 it came out.
Oh shit! All right, very good.
So spoilers for a 20-year-old Jason Statham action film.
That Chester Bennington also has a cameo in.
Was he have a cameo in the first one or the second one?
First one, yeah. It's epinephrine. You just need epinephrine. And the album that I've been listening to off and on. Like, we're a little delayed on this news, and since we've recorded this month and not in April, I can actually say it. Everybody's mom has passed away with Catherine O'Hara.
Oh, yeah.
So I have been listening off and on to the Nightmare Before Christmas soundtrack, which was literally the first time that I would have probably been exposed to outside of Home Alone. But she doesn't sing in Home Alone, but she does at least sing in Nightmare Before Christmas.
Sally.
Yeah. So hearing Sally speak.
Yeah.
Like it was one of those where it's like, oh shit, like that's like we're getting to the age where people that we've loved for decades are going.
And it's like, and the other thing too is like she wasn't really that old. If I had to,
no,
yeah, she was 71, which is not that old in the grand scheme of things.
Well, it's not like Robert Duvall, who just passed away and was well into his 90s.
Yeah.
Like the weird part for that is like, okay, the only major surviving member now of The Godfather is Al Pacino. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah, which is crazy. I don't know that I expected him to be the one.
Yeah, right.
I'm unhappy about it, but like, that's kind of crazy. So I guess I didn't realize that she had cancer. She had rectal cancer.
Man.
And she died of it was from a pulmonary embolism with that as the underlying cause of it, which is just crazy. What a legend, though.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
Like I think the fun thing about Catherine O'Hara now is realizing how much time there was in fame before us. And it's like, that's stupid to say, right? Like there's been actors that have acted for decades before us, but it's like, hey, I've known her for these reasons. And it's like, there's a very different Catherine O'Hara that existed before even I did. She's not like a person who continued to just play the same thing over and over again. Like she found ways to either be serious or funny in a serious manner, or like not just be the joke. So that was great.
Yeah. Well, I also want to bring up here too, and because it's music related, not because I necessarily I have a very complicated relationship with Brad Arnold and the band 3 Doors Down. Speaking of so the Brad Arnold, who was the lead singer of 3 Doors Down, passed away also from cancer. Yeah. And cancer is such a devastating thing. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Well, I wouldn't wish it on most people. There's a couple very powerful people that I might wish it on, but he passed away from cancer. And so the complicated thing is, so 3 Doors Down was one of like the first bands I listened to that wasn't like kids shit, because they were my mom's favorite band when I was a kid.
Sure.
And so I heard them all the time, and I have like, all those like Superman and Here Without You and all those like old school songs. My favorite wrestler of all time, Eddie Guerrero, passed away years and years ago at this point, but there was a tribute video that still makes me cry to this day for him that they used Here Without You for. And so that's also kind of like inextricably linked to that moment as well. So I have a really complicated relationship with it. By all accounts, Brad Arnold was not a great dude politically. Right. Yeah. 3 Doors Down performed at Trump's original inauguration in 2026.
Yep.
And then in 2024, Brad posted some MAGA stuff on his Instagram and things like that. So it wasn't like he made a mistake in 2026 or 2016 and then figured out the shit sucked and then got better. Like he remained that person. Yeah. So it's one of those things where it's just like, I'm not necessarily sad about it, but I did want to bring it up because like Three Doors Down is kind of formative for me as far as like figuring out my own musical tastes and things
it's
like that.
It's not my time.
Apparently it was.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw, like I posted on Facebook that there is one very good World of Warcraft machinima that is done to Here Without You. And it takes like a human character that transitions into the life of an undead character trying to like find the person that he loved. I'm not going to say that people should go watch this or seek it out. But if you're a fucking nerd, you might enjoy it just because like it's actually pretty well done. But it was the one thing that I could tie that song to, that aside from just like generally liking the song, I guess, as much as one can like some of these songs.
Sure. I also want to make sure too, like a lot, and this one is not necessarily like a music one, but I do want to bring it up because like we've had several deaths this year, and they've unfortunate deaths. The one that got me recently was James Vanderbeek.
Yeah, that was just last week. That's rough.
Yeah, rough, and he was very young. Again, cancer again was the reason why, which is just like, God, come on, all these people passing from cancer and stuff like that. And it's like an indictment because he was posting on GoFundMe,
right,
to like raise funds for his treatment, and it's just like the fact that like it's bad enough that regular people have to do that to fund their own medical stuff like that, but it's just like you are famous, famous, and it's a really like if even famous people like can't afford to have healthcare in this country, how the fuck do we stand a chance?
Yeah.
It's just like, God, that's fucking terrible. But
it's bad.
He also was like a really good guy for everything we've heard. And obviously like a big Dawson's Creek fan. Yeah. Over here, at least I am. I love Dawson's Creek, but so that's kind of sad. So not music related, but I did want to bring it up. So
yeah,
kind of
I mean, like, it's wild too because he was only like 48, and I feel like he had already dealt with several years of this. So I think to even get to the point where he was is a great testament to how that man could fight. But holy shit!
Well, like that was one of the things too about it that was kind of crazy was that like for all intents and purposes, for everything that I heard, like he was doing good.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think that's like the most fucked up thing about cancer is like you can see somebody like one day and say, okay, you've got this. And then you can see somebody the very next day and it's like, oh, no, your body doesn't.
Yeah. Suddenly it's just back. I think that's like the thing.
Right.
That's what like everybody gets really excited about remission, as they should be. But then remission is just like not a guarantee that it won't come back. It's
right.
Just like, fucking shit, dude. So.
Yeah.
I don't know how to segue out of this part of the podcast to the end of the podcast.
Welcome to the end of the show.
Oh.
It's the end of the show now.
Oh.
Exactly. See? Perfect.
We did it. Here's the cool thing. So Alessio Summerfield, my other partner in crime on my other podcast, who made the theme song for this podcast, is working on some like interstitials and stuff that we can play, like transitions into our segments and things like that we can play.
Where you said we should take a break.
Yeah. Well, it's not gonna. We're just gonna have like a regular like transition beat this time, but because I asked him to do this and then I gave him a deadline and then he said, okay, I can do that. And then I was like, we should record an episode in February and release it as a surprise. And so I didn't want to be like, hey, actually, can you do this in a week? Yeah. So for the next episode, we're going to have some new transitions from Alessio. But for the time being, you just got us singing awkward songs about transitioning out of talking about sad things. So,
that's fine. It could still be that. Who knows?
It could still be that. follow us on the things. So we're on YouTube. If you want to see if you're listening to this on audio only formats and you're just like, hey, I wonder what Adam and Lilli look like right now. You can go on YouTube.
Well,
Sad Kids Record Society on YouTube to see that. Adam, looks like.
I think a fun fact right now is that we're both pretty dark.
Now, what do you mean by that?
I have no light in my room.
No, Adam. And what was that word? A thugger? You want to say that one more time? Want to say that one more time?
I don't know if I could really pull it out again.
I don't think so.
So
you can go on YouTube, Sad Kids Record Society on YouTube to see our faces for this episode, for the next episode, for certain episodes. It won't be all of them, but it will be a good percentage of them, including this one. So check that out. I'm wearing this like getup. It's like I'm trying to be an overall girly, and I think I'm doing a good job. I'm doing like that like casual like one overall on, one off. I don't really care, kind of doing my thing. I think it's cute. Lotus said I looked cunty, which I'll take with great compliment.
I mean, I agree with it, but I almost came in and attacked, and it's like, you don't talk to your mother that way. But, I get it.
No,
like, it's
that's fine.
I know.
There's a difference between you look cunty and you are a cunt are two different statements.
Yeah, I get it.
They mean two very different things. So if it was the latter, then yes, then we come in and be like, don't do that. But I'll allow the former.
I think if they just came in and said you're a cunt, I probably would have really had no leash on that one. Yeah.
But that's not Lotus. So
no.
Sweet child.
That's more me.
Sweet child. Exhausting child.
Yeah.
But we do love them all the same.
Incredibly.
They actually wrote they're doing like a radio thing, like a radio profile about ego death for their radio station thing that they do, and I got a chance to look over that and proofread it, and I didn't have a lot of notes. It was very good.
Nice.
So congratulations, Lotus. Proud of you.
Last time I proofread a paper for it, the teacher told them that it felt like AI wrote it.
For Lotus or for one of your children?
No, it was like my niece. I will say it was not a greatly written paper. I didn't rewrite it. I just did some editing to make things not seem AI like. But apparently, my editing was too good to then come off like. I don't like it.
So it's one of those things where I've been on the job hunt, as you know, and I'll write my cover letters and stuff. Fuck cover letters, by the way. Cover letters are
that's the worst.
I'll be like writing cover letters and stuff, and then I will run it through. And again, all my own words, nothing.
Yeah.
I'll run it through one of those AI detectors, and it's like 80% AI, it says, which is insane. And I think it's a product of the fact, like, I've been working in the corporate world for like a decade at this point.
Right.
And, like, I use the corporate words naturally when I'm writing for, and you have to like optimize shit for the fucking AI scanners that are doing
right.
I can't talk about this. I need to move on. I'm okay. I'm fine. I need to calm down. So YouTube, Sad Kids Record Society, also Instagram at Sad Kids Record Society. Follow us on there. We're going to post things on there over time. We've got references now for this episode to post pictures of and stuff. I'll probably post that picture of Somber that we talked about. Like, I don't know. We'll see. So check that out. And then you can follow me on the web, on the old World Wide Web, the www.
Yeah, the worst thing ever made.
Yeah, linktree.com/Liliana Dawn. That's where you can find all my links. What about you, Adam?
Oh, yeah. No, nice. I think mine's Mr. Cropes, Linktree, whatever, Mr. Cropes. I'm not going to tell you how to spell it. I don't have consistent spelling of Mr. Cropes anywhere online. No, sometimes there's...
I get confused because sometimes it's MR Cropes and sometimes it's Mr. spelled out Cropes.
Yeah.
Try both of them.
Find it.
Both of them.
I believe in you.
And then we'll go from there. But
yeah. Same as we always say, if you want to follow us, please message us because, bots be out there.
There are certain places where you can just follow us and it's fine. But like Instagram and stuff like that, like we both have our Instagrams locked down because no thanks with the bots.
Nope.
if you send us a message, we'll look at it. It's not that we don't want you to follow us, it's that we are trying to protect ourselves from bots. So just let us know where you came from and we will allow the follow. So,
it's weird that for the existence of the internet, there have still been young, hot singles in my area that want to meet me in fascinating ways.
Yeah.
That's why I'm locked in. That's why I'm locked in.
Crazy. I hate that. That's crazy.
Like going to Above 33.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah. So there's all that stuff. We will be, again, I don't think we're going to record any new episodes between now and when we said the show was going to come back. This is just like a clever little surprise that we wanted to do. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But at the very least, we will see you in April. Until then, I declare this meeting of the Sad Kids Record Society closed. Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
Did I listen to pop music because I was miserable? Or was I miserable because I listened to pop music?